All right, so I was thinking like, what am I gonna do for my next video? And I like tacos al pastor, but I already done a video a while back on that. And I always do a lot of rib cooks. You guys, if you watch this channel, you're probably gonna see me do a lot of ribs over time. And I figured why not combine the two, because it's pork either way. So I'm gonna make an al pastor marinade. We're gonna get the ribs all trimmed up. I'm gonna rip some membranes off. We're gonna marinate this overnight. We're gonna put it on the Weber kettle grill tomorrow, get a little bit of smoke on there, and that'll be it. So check this one out, guys. Here we go. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is toast some chilies in a pan. I got this on like really low heat so it doesn't overheat because cast iron retains a lot of heat. So I got 2 ounces of guajillo chilies, and I'll leave all the ingredients exact amounts down below, so check that out. And I got some chile de arbol, which are spicy. I'm gonna do a small handful of those. If you don't like spicy, leave them out. So all I'm gonna do is let these toast for a minute. When they start to get a little bit pliable, I'm gonna pour some water over it and let them steep for like 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna take them out and put them in the marinade. All right, so this al pastor marinade is basically all kinds of different variations on this, so adjust it to how you like it if you already made this before. But I'm gonna get the chilies in the blender, add all the different spices, and the achiote paste. This stuff right here, it's gonna give it that red color. I'm gonna use about half of this brick. It gets a little gritty, so when I pour the marinade over the ribs, I'm gonna strain it to get some of that grit out. Also with the chilies, there's some of that grit in there too. So, all right, I got all those chilies going in. Half of that paste. 6 ounces of pineapple juice. Big splash of apple cider vinegar. Big pinch of salt. I'm not too concerned about the salt because I'm gonna put some more salt on after it's done marinating, so it should be all right. A little bit of pepper. About a teaspoon of cumin. Whole clove. These things are strong as hell, so just use a couple. I mean, literally, that's it. 1 tablespoon Mexican oregano. Little tiny piece of cinnamon. So cinnamon is really strong too, and I'm only doing these little ribs, so that's all I'm putting in there. About a teaspoon of chipotle powder. The juice of 2 oranges. About a quarter of an onion. I'm gonna throw a bunch of garlic in there. Don't worry about taking off the skins because it's gonna get all blended up. I'm gonna strain it anyway, so. That should be enough for a slab of ribs, I think. All right, so I'm gonna throw this in the fridge and let it cool down, and I'm gonna trim up the ribs. All right, get your slab of spare ribs. If you wanna use baby backs, you could use baby backs. All I'm pretty much gonna do is cut off this chine bone right here, leave the rib tips on. If you wanna do St. Louis cut, all you would be doing is cutting off the rib tips right here and squaring them up. I'm just leaving them how they are. All right, get yourself a container. Hopefully your ribs will fit. Yeah, that'll be all right. All right, like I said, I'm gonna strain this. I'm just gonna put a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna leave these meat side down because I want more of the meat to be in contact with that marinade. All right, you wanna let this go for at least 12 hours? I'm letting this go overnight. Just remember, at least 12 hours. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next day. I'm gonna get these ribs out of the fridge. Smells amazing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe off any excess of this marinade because I don't want it clumped up on there. I just want it a little bit on the surface. Because by this point, it did its job and it got through. Just to add another layer of flavor, I'm using equal parts kosher salt and some 16 mesh coarse ground black pepper. Just throwing a little tiny bit of Texas style in there. Sounds like it should be good. Just gonna do a light sprinkling on this because don't want to over season it. All right, so we're gonna throw this on the smoker. Get the smoker of your choice. I know I said I was gonna put this on the Weber kettle at first when I first started the video, but I'm gonna change it up. I'm throwing it back on the pit barrel just because the thing's made for ribs and I don't wanna screw this cook up. I want everything to go perfect as possible. So it's going on the pit barrel. I know I use it every single time I smoke something, but it just works so damn good, so why not? All right, so I'm gonna shut this. I'm not gonna look at this for like at least 2 hours. All right, so the reason I saved some of that marinade, I'm gonna make a finishing glaze. When these ribs are almost done, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this leftover marinade with a little bit of brown sugar and a little bit of pineapple juice, just to give it a little bit more flavor and just a tiny bit of sweetness. Just gonna put like a big tablespoon of brown sugar, maybe a little bit more. And about half this can of this pineapple juice. Not even half the can, like a third of the can. All right, it's been almost 3 hours, about 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's how they're looking. I think they got enough smoke. I'm about to wrap these up. I haven't even spritzed them or anything like that. So I'm gonna take them in, get them wrapped, finish cooking them up. Not putting nothing in there, some fat's gonna render off. It's gonna be all right. All right, guys, so there you go. No. The flavor is definitely there. They were a tad bit overcooked. I should have pulled them in an hour after they were wrapped, but I let them go just like 20 minutes too long. Not too much sweetness, it's got a good amount of heat. And if you're gonna remake this, make sure you save a cup of that marinade, the adobo, and do what I did. Just put a little bit of brown sugar in there with some pineapple juice. Finish it off with a little bit of cold unsalted butter. But I can honestly say I've never had ribs like this. Well, actually, that one bone slid right out, but this one is still hanging on, so. Came out really good. You guys should try this out. Tell me any changes you would do to this to make it a little bit different, but these ribs are good. All right, so that's it for this one, guys. If you made it through the video, I really appreciate it. Try this one out. Leave some comments. Hit the thumbs up if you want. See you on the next video, guys. Peace out. Thank you.